Well, that is how you do it. 2 for 3. Big night. So excited. Yeah, I won with Globetrotting. Get to her in a minute. But what about Northern Blizzard? We've been waiting all year to see Northern Blizzard come to life like that. That will be his last start of the year. We're going to give him some time off. I really want him to go out with a bang. I'd said to James after his break the other day, we were contemplating really turning the colt out, and I said, "Geez, I'd like to see one good mile. I keep telling everybody this is a nice horse, but I can't prove it. So one good mile would help." Man, that was a great mile. I know it was only 2-1, but it was clearly a sloppy track. And the way that he behaved in the mile was perfect. James really did a good job with him, and I was really impressed with him. Coming off winning with Globetrotting today, and I won in the mud, and I hate the mud so much. I hate the rain and mud so much. But um, rewind just a little bit. Get up this morning in Pennsylvania. I qualified. I'll play it alone. A lot of people said, "Oh, well, what happened to play it alone? You only won a mile in 2 minutes." Okay. It was really windy. It was not a very nice day at the Meadows. I just wanted to get him around. I was happy with what he did. He went up at the gate, he sat, he behaved, and he finished up his mile. Yeah, he went 31 seconds. It was a very, very strong headwind. I was fine with I'll play it alone. Very happy with getting him qualified. Is he going to go out and win in 54? No. No. But hopefully we'll get him there in a couple of starts. School to spend that money. She was very good. Then I get in my car and I just drove 3.5 hours to Dayton, Ohio to race globetrotting. It never dawned on me. I left the Meadows. It was sunny and 72 Fahrenheit. I got to Dayton. It was 52 and raining. Me not so happy. Not happy pulling into the rain, and you know how much I hate the mud. So we raced globetrotting. She raced so good. This is a filly that, I told you guys exactly what I said to you. Her GGT, her liver count, was high last week, 60, I think. Very high. When that liver count starts getting up high, before you ask what causes it, there's a million things that could cause it. You're better off just to try and go to sleep and treat it. So we did clear fluids, IV fluids all week, and some milk thistle, I believe, knocked it down. Jason did a great job. I mean, I'll get to that in a minute, but Jason and Tim have done a fantastic job with globetrotting. She hasn't had a great year. She's never looked fluid. She's never felt fluid. She's just a powerhouse. When she goes into beast mode, when she really wants to get at it, she can. You saw it with Dave Miller when she opened up 123 and 4 or something at the Meadows. Now she didn't get home as good, but that was probably the start of that liver maybe creeping up. And Jason did a good job getting it down today, and she laid to waste some really nice condition horses at Dayton. That wasn't like a grassroots field. Those were seasoned horses, and she made them look inferior. She was very, very strong today. I was really, really impressed with her. Um, you know, as we start to scale back Ohio, and this is it. Like Jason will be closing up shop here in another week or so, sending everything back home that's going home, turning out what needs to be turned out, moving other horses around, and quite frankly, probably selling a couple more. But as we do that, globetrotting and likely Spirited Deal will head to Irv Miller in Indiana. They both have races in Indiana. And, it's constant patchwork with globetrotting this year. I just said to somebody on the phone today, when we can just take the harness off her and give her 3 or 4 months off, I think globetrotting is going to be an absolute killer at 4. If you just watch her races, she's just powerful. But that balanced, fluid motion, it's just not there. It's not. You can tell there's things going on. She has a knee that bothers her. She has an ankle that bothers her. Because those bother her, she's loading weight behind, which causes a little bit of stress in her hocks, makes her tight up over her back. It's a constant chess match with her. And I think if we give her 3 or 4 months off at the end of this year, just leave her alone. I think that chess match ends. I think she comes back next year. She's a heavier, stronger filly, sound, and I think that's a scary globetrotting, and I really think that's where we're headed. She is paid into the Breeders' Crown, but I don't think she can go there. I would love to see Spirited Deal go out and win 53 or 54, and us as a group say, maybe we will take a shot. She's probably our only shot to race in the Breeders' Crown this year, and realistically, as I sit here and talk in a hotel by the airport in Cleveland, I'll get to that in a minute. Um, I think the best thing is for they both go to Indiana, maybe skip the Breeders' Crown and race in their prospective stake races out there. But just a great year for both of them, and hopefully they're just picking up steam into the fall. Globetrotting, I was worried today. I said, geez, we had her ready, kind of when COVID hit. Is she getting a little tired? I know. So they'll likely be going with Irv Miller. A couple of babies will be going out. Iglary M will be going out soon from Tim. She'll race maybe once or twice more, depending if there's a class. If it's going to be, oh, she has to race in the straight now when there's a 2 or 3, then no, we're just going to turn her out. That's my girl's got another race left. Rose Run Why Not's got a few races left. So as we start to wind down that year, there will be a couple coming back to Ontario. Maybe 2 or 3 or 4 coming back from Ontario, and maybe a couple going back to Tim. But my wife has been pretty statuesque as far as taking care of the kids and holding down the fort, while I ran all over North America trying to float the stable all year and help out where I could. I just felt like a fireman with a water hose, just a garden hose, trying to put out fires everywhere, and it's worked out. It's worked out well. We've had an incredible year, and you can only ask for so much, right? And I'm sure my wife, as annoying as I am, I'm sure my wife wants me home soon. So we'll start polishing things up, moving horse around, selling a couple, and then Tim will have some. There may be some scattered in Ohio at other places, and then 2 fillies going to Indiana. We have a horse. We'll have maybe a horse or 2 with Jim King in Delaware. And Jazzy Judy, we're going to try and get her back on track. I think she was good, and then she went and tied up a little bit the other day, so we'll try and get her back squared away. She does have that elimination final in Dover, if we can get her right for that. My God, that was hard, eh? 9-5 going for 100,000 the other day, and she made a break. Oh my God, there may have been some profanity used. And then if everything else wasn't crazy enough, 3 sales this weekend. Are you kidding me? Hoof bid on Friday. Win back. Mario's going to the win back sale, and then we have the London virtual sale, which takes place over 5 days. Now, a lot of people have been asking questions. I saw all the Sealster horses. I saw them 5 weeks ago. If you guys go back in the videos on YouTube, you can see all the videos I made of all these horses. Anyway, I'm going to finish up my day. Went race globetrotting. Super pumped about watching Northern Blizzard race. Even Perfect Record raced really good. A couple more starts with him. We'll put him away, but I think I was very happy with what I saw from Perfect Record tonight. So then I get in my car as I get. I didn't fly out of Dayton because I needed a flight to Philadelphia and out of Philadelphia that would accommodate me and allow me to get back in time to go back to Cleveland. Now, a little short-staffed in Ohio right now. Jason's sick, still sick, and I talked to him today. He said he was feeling better, but the good news is we got some great people in Ohio, whether it's Daryl and Sonny who are riding and taking care of the horses, Kirby in the barn with Lauren and Sydney. It's a great staff, and those guys do a great job. Clearly, they do a great job. So I want to help them out. I wanted to get back. I wanted to get to Philadelphia, race in the rain. You know how much I hate the rain. Oh my God, it's going to be a monsoon tomorrow in Philadelphia. So I got to fly in, race in the monsoon, fly out at 3. I get just the way that the flights worked. I'm not getting back to Cleveland until 10 o'clock. So I came here to the Cleveland airport. This is the hotel at the Cleveland airport. I'm going to fly out tomorrow morning at 8:30. Cleveland, Charlotte, Philadelphia. I get to Philadelphia at 12:15, 1 o'clock, something like that. I'm going to race at Glare AM at 2, and then I think my flight leaves at 3:30 after that. So I have my boarding passes now. I'm not going to have any luggage, so it's just wear your mask, walk on, leave, and that's my first flight of 2020 since COVID hit. This is the first time I've been on a plane, so I don't really know what the airport's going to be like. I don't know what to think, but want to get it done, get it over with. The filly's in tough tomorrow. I see there's a filly in there. It's got $250,000 made. Some other killers in there, so she's coming in hot, but I don't know if she's coming in that hot. We'll see. We'll see how she races tomorrow. So with these sales, I looked at all the Sealster horses that I wanted to see. Now I'll go through quickly. Just a list of seven horses that I liked in this sale that I had seen. So I'm going to go through them right now. Number 4 is Archery Sealster. This horse is going to bring pretty good money. This is a wheelin' and dealin' colt, March 11th colt, Brother to Absolute Sealster, Peach Martini, Cordial Martini, the second dam. Don't really think we can afford this one, but I really like the way this horse looked when I saw him. Now, I had somebody tell me about number 5. So I didn't know. I liked the pedigree. I liked what I saw, but I did not see myself Royal Lightfoot. This is a Royalty for Life colt, April 16th from Aggerley Farms in Moorfield, Ontario, Century Spring Farms. They said the horse was good and correct, so I am interested in number 5, Royal Lightfoot. Next is another horse that I saw, number 15, Soul Sealster. Yes, Sunshine Beach. Yes, it is. This is a brother to Shiraz Sealster. Second dam is Sylph Hanover. Sunshine Beach or otherwise, I don't think this horse is attainable, but I will be watching. Horse I like here also, number 22, Marauder Sealster. This horse caught my eye at the Sealster consignment when I saw this colt. This is a muscle mass March 6th colt out of a sister to Shake It Off Lindy. I like the family. I like the horse. Number 22, Marauder Sealster. Next is number 30, Hershey Sealster. This is an interesting one. Now, this is a filly, so you always have that breeding aspect. This is a sister to Hemi Sealster, Henderson Sealster, Heineken Sealster. Hemi's made 830, 34 wins, but this is the 12th foal. Is this horse attainable? No. Not from what I saw. I thought this was a really good-looking horse when I saw this horse at the consignment 4 or 5 weeks ago. But 12th foal, maybe we'll see. So this is a Cadabra filly, March 31st foal. Hershey Sealster is the name of this horse. The Cadabras are a little long in the tooth now. They're not as favored as they were in the past. Some of them are. Some of them sold well in Lexington, but some did not. So I'm a little perplexed. I don't know what's going to happen with number 30, Hershey Sealster. We're going to find out. Next two of the horses I like quite a bit. Simcoe Sealster. This is a Royalty for Life colt. Now, this is a colt who's out of a sister to Snazzy Millie. Snazzy Millie's got quite the record here. Got quite the report. Just a ton of stake races. Snazzy Millie's a world champion, raced in the elite lop. I mean, what are you going to say? But the first mama, Simone Hall, was a good horse in her own right. 56-4 as a 2-year-old. Took a mark of 54-1. Made 160,000. But as a broodmare, 0 for 3. 3 air balls. So that might scare some people off. Doesn't worry me too much. I'm looking at one of them was a Cadabra. This is a Royalty for Life. Not sure. They don't show the other two, but it does say right here 3 foals, including Saul Sealster. Saul, not so good. 0 for 3 in the top end. It'll scare a lot of people off. It's not going to scare me off. I'm of the belief you have a good family, you're going to have a good horse eventually. And I saw Simcoe Sealster. I thought he was a good-looking horse. Is this an attainable horse? Why, yes, I believe it is. Number 65, Simcoe Sealster. And then last on my list of the Sealster consignments, this is Tijuana Sealster. I don't think this horse is attainable at all. This is a muscle mass filly at a time all time out. Decent mare in her own right. She made 356, 10 wins. She was a good mare, actually. Threw some decent horses, one of them being Tokyo Sealster. Pretty good 2-year-old. I don't think Tijuana is attainable. Of all the horses, 4, 5, 15, 22, 30, 64, 65, and 67, I'd say I'm interested to see the 12th full Hershey Sealster go through. 65, I'm very interested to see Simcoe Sealster go through also. And then the Pacer. A little interested on Soul, number 15. So, to be honest, I have 7 horses from the Sealster consignment that I'm interested in. I do have price points. I'm not going to be overpaying for these horses. And I think therein lies the problem in Ontario. Every single year, now this year especially, you couldn't get across the border without coming back and having to quarantine. So a ton of people did not go to Lexington, right? But every year you get the people like, oh, I don't want to pay 30% on the exchange rate. And then they all stay home and they bid on these horses and they pay about 60% more than they're worth. Almost every year. Certainly the last 3. So we won't be doing that. We won't be partaking in any of the financial shenanigans of Ontario. If the prices are high, then we won't be buying in Ontario. There's a number of horses still in Harrisburg. There's a ton of horses still for sale privately. That's not going to dry up in the fall. So the hoof bid sale, I do have 3 that I'm interested in the hoof bid sale. I only know about one of them. So I got to make a couple of calls tomorrow before the sale just to see what's going on with the other 2. I don't know how the hoof bid sale is going to go, but I'm going to be keeping a close eye on them. The problem I have is I'm flying out when the sale starts. I'm going to be in Charlotte, boarding a plane to go to Philadelphia when the first one I'm looking at goes in the ring. So in the virtual ring. So I'm going to have to keep an eye on that also. It says there's Wi-Fi on the flights, but I don't know what I'm going to do there. So we'll see. And then in the win-back sale, Mario and I had gone over this extensively. We saw the win-back horses. Now, we didn't see all the horses. We didn't see all the horses that I want to look at, but Mario is going to be there in person, and he's more than qualified to look at the horses. One horse in particular I loved. He's a giant, big, huge horse. Little offset in his right knee, just a hair. Is that a hard no? No, not a hard no. Lots of horses are offsetting their knees a little bit. I'm a little offset in my knees. But it's not a hard yes either. So this is where value will definitely take over. Not so much as much with every horse, but most definitely with that particular horse. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 horses I'm interested in that sale. I've seen all of them, except for 1. 2, except for 2. One is a sister to Northern Blizzard by Muscle Mass. Royalty for Life. No, he's a Royalty for Life by Muscle Mass. I'm really interested to see that horse. Haven't seen hip number 70 yet. Haven't seen hip number 15 yet. I want to see both of them. But, let me see. I'll go over and get my sheets. I literally ripped them out of the catalog. Literally. So I'll tell you about the horses that Mario and I looked at that I liked. I told you about number 5. I don't have it in front of me. Number 5 is a pacer. I think he's a... I'm not sure. I think he's a better than Cheddar, but I'm not positive. I told Mario, we talked about it. I said, listen, it's just about value. We're going to have a budget for this sale. If you think that, that we're going to get the colt at a very favorable amount, no, he's a trotter. What the hell am I talking about? If we can get the horse at a very favorable amount, then we can go ahead and do that. But I don't want to rush out and just overpay for any horses. As I'm talking, I'm going to try and put it on here. Ontario Select Sale. Ontario Select Sale. So, and here it is right here. Starts at 10:30 in the morning. We want the roster. Yes. There we go. So number 5 was Born a Rebel. I was wrong. It was a pacer. He's a better than Cheddar. Colt. I was right the first time. I was wrong and I was right at the same time. So number 5 was Born a Rebel. He's a better than Cheddar. Good looking colt. He's unbelievably huge. Massive colt. It's all going to come down to value with this guy. Now the ones that I have right here with me, number 21, Renegade Gypsy. This is an Archangel out of his sister too. CRK Susie. Again, 3 foals. Got a few air balls here. 1 that didn't race and 2 that probably shouldn't have. First dam's not strong. We have a Muscles Yankee, a Southwind Frank, and a Chapter 7. Geez, he sprayed them all over the field there and didn't get a whole lot. We have a 2-year-old with a 2-year-old market 2-3 for the Muscles Yankee, $9,000 made. The other one took didn't even take a mark, the Chapter 7. Ouch. And then the Southwind Frank is not raced yet as a 2-year-old. But as I said, good families throw horses eventually. This one's going to get 4 strikes, not 3. Number 21, Renegade Gypsy. Number 32. I didn't mind this horse. I actually took this horse out. BuzzFeed. I got looking at the family, and I said, there's a lot of black type that's saying nothing. You're looking down at the 3rd dam, who's got a Briscoe Hanover in it. I'm not going to talk anymore, but 32, he's out. Number 43, I really did like. This is Royal Watcher, or Royal Majesty. Now, the first Royal Majesty I ever had in my life that I trained was this year, the horse that Kevin ended up with. Adrenaline Rush was a Royal Majesty. I was happy with him. This is a Royal Majesty out of an Art Escape mare. This horse does have a brother. Heston Blue Chip brother took a mark of 58 as a 2-year-old, made $32,000. The Well Said Filly is racing now. So both of them raced at 2. Neither of them were outstanding. But, again, decent looking horse. No, he's not a decent looking horse. He's a nice looking colt. This is a June 8th foal, though. June 8th foal. For those out there saying, I don't want any June foals. Well, don't worry about it. Don't buy them then. But I like Royal Watcher, number 43, right in the ring 2 later, is Silent Eskimo. Don't know if I like that name or not. Silent Eskimo is out of who are you by? Donna Rail mare, who had 13 wins, took a 2-year-old mark, took a 3-year-old mark, took an overall mark of 55 and 2 as a 4-year-old, through a filly called Appropriate Attire. She took a mark of 55 and made $200,000. Second dam, you have Political Cash, 130, not really spectacular. Just again, one of these pedigrees where you got lots of money, lots of speed. I don't really know any of the horses, but still, lots of money and lots of speed to look at. Number 45, Silent Eskimo. Next is number 69. I like this horse. This is a Better Than Cheddar filly. Better Than Cheddar filly out of a Ponderosa mare. Second dam. The first one was a Heston Blue Chip. Didn't go that well. It's not the end of the world. And then you have lots of speed in the second one. Bottom deals, 341,000, 22 wins. Play the Bell, 5 wins, $252,000. And then down in the third dam, you have Pan's Culottes, 2-year-old mark of 54 and 3 and $318,000 made. I like Big Cheddar. Number 72, I like this horse because this is a muscle mass sister to our winner tonight, Northern Blizzard. I have not seen this horse yet. Mario is going to take a look at this filly when he goes to the sale Saturday, not tomorrow. Saturday morning, Mario will be at the sale to look at number 72, Northern Beyonce. And then the last horse I like in the sale is number 139. This is another Better Than Cheddar filly, Cheddarella. Not a bad name. Cheddarella. 180, the mare, Modern Cinderella. Took a 2-year-old mark 58, 3-year-old mark of 53, 4-year-old mark of 152. Paced in 51 and 2 after that. 188,000, 9 wins. Cinderella Delight, 53 and 2, 114,000 in the first dam. Again, one of these pedigrees, lots of money, lots of speed, decent horses. But Cheddarella is a good looking filly. I saw this filly myself at the sale. Again, we have price points for all these horses. I said to Mario, we're on a tight budget. We're in the middle of sale season. You know, we've got through Ohio and Lexington, 2 Ohio sales and Lexington. We're going to try and sell out as many shares as we can. I'm talking to you, everyone. As many shares as we can from Ohio and Lexington. Try and get as much cleaned up as we can. And then, again, one last push for Harrisburg, which is now Timonium in Maryland. For our clients in the U.S. that are going to be around the Maryland area or that live anywhere near Maryland, we are going to be there. I'm trying to get my wife to come with me. She will have to quarantine when she goes home, more than likely. But I will be home also. So hopefully she can come. I need to get Amy out of the house and, you know, let her have some fun. She's earned it. If anybody on earth has, she has. So trying to get her out of the house and let her have some fun. She had a lot of fun at the Timonium sale. Now this is a Fezzik-Tipton property in Maryland, so if it's anything like Lexington, it will be a lot of fun. So that is it. That's a lot. That's 24 minutes, and we only raced 3 horses. Northern Blizzard, so impressed and pleased to see him win tonight. He's going out to the field now. Globetrotting, still got some work left to do this fall, but man, oh man, just showed again what kind of a powerhouse she can be. She looked really, really good. Perfect record, looked good. He finished 6th, but he's only beat maybe a neck for 4th, a half a length for 4th, something like that. I thought he looked better. I thought he looked good, and I'm excited to see him continue on throughout the fall. A few more starts for him, minimum. We got a lot going on in Ohio. We're starting to pull those pegs out. In a week's time, all those horses will be moving around somewhere. Some will go to the field. Some will be sold. Some will be coming back to Ontario. There's no point in asking me right now, Anthony, which ones are you looking at selling? You guys know who I'm looking at selling. You can tell. You know, the ones that aren't going to go up through the classes, if they're kind of looking at their plateauing right now, it's going to be time to maybe sell them. So you guys know without asking which ones those are. if we can't take them back to Ontario because there's not a class for them, and they're in where they're, like, if you're looking at going on the track at 5 to 1, and you're gonna have to move up in class soon, it's probably time to maybe put that horse up for sale and somebody else can buy and race that horse. So that's where we're at now with some of them, either going to the field, being sold, or coming back to Ontario. There's a number of horses that are going to be moving around in the next 10 days. Same as Pennsylvania. Some will be going out to the field. The Glare AM's only got a race or two left in her before she goes to the field. And somebody might say, wow, she only raced like 4 times, 3 times. Yeah, but I'm not going to race her over her head. I'm not going to bring her back to Pennsylvania to race her in with aged horses. It makes no sense. So if she does well, she can win 2 races in the maiden area in Pennsylvania. So I would love her second win to be tomorrow. It's a little unlikely. There's a couple of Bearcats in there. So I'd like to see a good race out of her, maybe 1 or 2 more races. Same with That's My Girl. Jazzy Judy has Dover coming up. We do have some horses with Jim King. West 52nd race good. Second beat like a nose or a head the other day. A number of horses to move around. We just got to figure out where they're going. So that's my job. That's what I'm left doing, looking at sales, looking at yearlings, racing horses, and then moving horses around this massive chessboard that we've made all over North America, and it's worked well. We've had an incredibly good year, and I hope we just push right through forward into the fall and the winter. So that is it for today. If you want to know any more specific information about the sales, send me a note. We might be sending out a form tomorrow in regards to the London and Winback sale, but there's not a ton of horses on our radar, and this will be an extremely value-based purchasing endeavor, and I just don't know if there's going to be value here. If it's like the Ontario of the past, where you have the London Select sale and everybody just funnels in there and overspends on almost every single horse, then, in my opinion, then we likely won't be doing a lot of work this weekend, but we'll see. I do see some prospects that I think are interesting. Mario, as I said, and I have talked about it quite a bit. He will be there at the Winback sale bidding on our behalf. I'll be on the phone with him on Saturday. We do have the sale and hoof bid tomorrow. We are looking at a couple of horses there. And then, of course, we have the London sale, online sale, that will be taking place spread over, excuse me, I think it's spread over 3 or 4 days starting on Saturday. So, any updates you need, I'll be happy to give them to you. I don't got a busy day tomorrow, but kind of busy. I got a lot of moving around to do. Got to get on the plane, go to Charlotte, go to Philadelphia, race a Glare AM in a monsoon, wash my face off, go back to the plane, come back here, and then be in the barn Saturday to help everybody out. Saturday, a little embarrassing story. Somebody asked me the other day, hey, you were training all the horses in the race bike at Northfield. How do the DOs look? I didn't look. I didn't see them. I was in such a hurry to get to Pennsylvania. It was on the bike, off the bike, on the bike, off the bike, 4 times gone. And then somebody said, hey, how'd the DOs look? I'm really embarrassed. I didn't look. I didn't see them. I know they were line driving them and working with them for the last week. I had told them, I said, I know Jason's sick right now. Can you guys do some work with the DO horses on Friday? I will be putting him in the jog cart on Saturday morning. So we will have some videos for you of both Duke Dio and Blue Bayou Dio, who are technically in Ohio right now. Not technically, they are in Ohio right now. They'll be heading back with us to Ontario when we finally pull everything up and head back north. So that is it. 29 minutes of rambling, talking about globe-trotting, Northern Blizzard, and a number of horses in a sale. Hope you guys have had a great day. Couldn't get much better for us. I'd say that was a fairly productive day in North America. Talk to you guys soon.